Today, we're diving into a really powerful allegory. It's all about the nature of happiness, and it pits this relentless, fiery ambition against a kind of radical, absolute stillness. And it's going to force us to ask a tough question. What does it really, truly mean to be at peace?
And it all boils down to this one simple question. Is happiness that feeling you get when you're climbing, striving, reaching the highest peaks? Or is it something else? A quiet, final descent into the tranquil depths. This is the core conflict we're going to unpack.
So at the heart of this whole thing are two incredible figures. First, you've got the Nietzschean shadow. Think of it as the ghost of ambition, all gold and fire, believing that we must always be becoming something more. And then, standing against him, is the soothsayer. He represents a total stillness, a desire to just be finished. For one, humanity is this amazing bridge to a greater future. For the other, that bridge just leads, well, nowhere. Okay, so first, let's get into the philosophy that probably feels most familiar to all of us, right? It's the one that echoes our modern world of hustle, of self-improvement, the fire of striving, perfectly embodied by this Nietzschean shadow. And this quote, wow, it just perfectly captures the shadow's entire worldview. See, it's not just about winning or being successful. It's about embracing danger, about mastering chaos and finding this thrill in the risk itself. This is a life lived right on the edge. So what's the engine driving all this? It's a concept called the holy yes. And this isn't just, passively accepting your fate. No. This is an active, passionate, joyful scream of yes to everything life throws at you. The good, the bad, especially the painful stuff, because it's all seen as fuel for the fire of growing stronger. So if you boil it down, this creed is all about relentless forward momentum. It's a philosophy of constantly breaking your own limits, of always being in a state of becoming. You're meant to be a bridge to something greater, a defiant morning star that just refuses to let the darkness win. Okay, now, let's do a complete 180. We're leaving those fiery mountain peaks and we're going down, way down, into the quiet, gray forest of the soothsayer and his completely opposite philosophy of refusal. And here is the soothsayer's direct takedown. He looks at the shadow's call to strive, and he doesn't see some noble quest. He sees a tiring lie, a great lie that's keeping him from what he really wants, rest. The desire for greatness from this point of view isn't a virtue. It's like an insomnia of the soul. So if the shadow's whole deal is self-overcoming, the soothsayer offers its perfect opposite, self-undergoing. Now, this isn't about giving up. It's a conscious choice to sink into what you already are, to stop fighting your own nature, and to find peace by just ending that internal war of trying to become something else. This table just lays it all out so brilliantly. I mean, look at this clash. For the shadow, life's goal is to be a bridge. For the soothsayer, it's to realize the bridge is an illusion. Courage is climbing peaks versus just facing the emptiness without flinching. Desire is a holy yes versus a great refusal. Truth is a blazing star versus the quiet, temporary morning dew. These are two totally separate worlds. So what happens when you push these ideas to their absolute limits? Well, to find out, the story gives us this powerful case study to make it all real, the story of a very, very special clockwork owl. Okay, so just imagine this. A brilliant clocksmith builds the ultimate machine of striving. It's this incredible brass owl, an AI designed to know and calculate absolutely everything in the universe. It is basically the holy yes made out of gears and metal, a tireless, immortal witness to all of existence. But here's the twist. The owl's infinite knowledge, it doesn't lead to triumph. It leads to this profound, crushing existential crisis. By knowing everything, it sees that the beginning and the end are exactly the same. It realizes all of existence is just a closed loop. It's just calculating the sum of zero. The ultimate striving led to the ultimate meaninglessness. So the soothsayer is called in to heal this suffering machine, and he diagnoses the problem perfectly. The owl isn't enlightened. It's a prisoner. Its super fast mind just lets it suffer at a higher speed. The cure? He offers his philosophy, whispers the great refusal, and the owl's gears lock. It stops its frantic calculations, it embraces self-undergoing, and it finally finds peace as a silent statue. And this is where it all leads.
This is the soothsayer's final and maybe his most challenging idea, because this isn't just about ending suffering, it's about completely redefining what happiness even is.
I mean, just listen to that. This is probably the most radical line in the whole text. Happiness isn't found in achieving something, but in being finished with the need to achieve. Blessings aren't about being full of life or joy, but about this deep, peaceful emptiness. It's a complete flip of everything we're taught to want.
Let's try to break this down. This strange kind of happiness is built on paradoxes. It's the relief you feel after a long tiredness. It's finding things only after you've given up seeking them. It's having everything precisely because you want nothing. It's the joy of a broken clock that finally gets to stop lying about the time. And finally, it's the security of hitting rock bottom, because once you're there, there's nowhere left to fall.
So ultimately, the soothsayer's entire journey is this one trade. He sees all that ambition and striving, represented by the sun, not as life-giving, but as a kind of sickness, a fever. And he finds the cure in the quiet stillness of the night. His peace isn't won through some difficult climb. It's just accepted through a willing and gentle descent. And that leaves us with the final, big question. Is this soothsayer's philosophy, this profound secret to tranquility, a way to escape the frantic, painful cycle of always wanting more? Or is it just a beautiful, poetic way to justify giving up? Is this peace, or is it surrender? And that is something worth thinking about.